Hello and welcome to North Korea. The Korean War started in 1950 due to ideological differences between the North and the South. The North, Kim Jong-un's grandfather, was being dictated upon by the Russian communists, and he wanted to become a communist nation himself. Whereas the Southern Koreans stuck with capitalism in the West. There was always a divide between the two, but it became enforced in about 1950 when the UN forces joined in with the war. My granddad was in a radar operator during the Navy, so he fought in the Korean War. It raged for about 3 years until it was finally they were finally split into two nations in about 1953. There were countries from all over the world involved, mostly Americans. So we're going to go and see the bit of land between the two countries, the demilitarized zone, although it is highly militarized. There's soldiers everywhere, landmines, and CCTV cameras. It's very dangerous. So it's about it goes from 4 miles long to 480 meters long, the gap between the two countries, and you can't cross it. It's impossible. We'll get as close as we possibly can. Ever since the war, the North Koreans have been antagonizing the South Koreans with nuclear threats, most famously, and the new dictator Kim Jong-un apparently is really into American culture, even though he won't allow his citizens to see any sort of television or media. So after the war ended, it became impossible for North Korea to once again invade South Korea. However, defectors, people who believed in the other ideology, did go back and forth over the border. Many of them were shot and killed, obviously, on the lines. But the North Koreans weren't really satisfied. They still wanted to invade. So they dug tunnels, massive tunnels going underground from North Korea to South Korea. This is the third tunnel they built, named the third tunnel, that's why. I just went down there. You're not allowed to film, but you have to take my word for it. I just walked down there. It's quite a workout, let me tell you. You've got to go down. They give you a hard hat. You've got to go down a massive slope. Then if you're taller than 1.65 m, you're going to have to crouch down the whole way. I'm 1.97 m, 98 m, so I was very uncomfortable. That goes on for about 10 minutes, and you can see as far as you can get to the North Korean border. So it's actually well under the demilitarized zone, and takes you within about 150 meters of the North Korean border. So above that ground there's probably North Korean soldiers and whatnot. You can see a little bit further down, but then you've got to turn back and you've got to do the long journey, bending down again. I've got a bad back, and then walking up the steep hill. They do warn you, because people have died down there, like, because you can't get, it's not easy to get an ambulance down there and stuff, but it's not that bad. It's quite cool. It's about 16 degrees down there, so it is doable unless you're very, very unwell. But beware, you don't need to go to the gym after doing that. It's quite a workout. Since 1953, there's been 1.8 million landmines planted along the DMZ. They are trying to, most of them are still active, so they are trying to dig some of them up and make it safer. But the people who have that job, it's not a good job, because quite a few of them have died and or lost arms and legs because they've been blown up by landmines. They also have snipers, gunmen, security cameras, barbed wire. Anything else I've forgotten about? I think that's enough, really. There's quite a lot of safety there. So, South Korea was my 50th country. Why not go to 51? North Korea, baby! 51 countries! I'm counting that for sure. On the south side is the Han River, and on the north side is the Injin River, and they converge into the sea. Several North Korean villages over there where people are living in quite a lot of poverty. It's about 4 kilometers across. I'll try and zoom in. There are about 33,000 North Korean defectors living in South Korea. Once they get here, they don't stop them because they believe they're part of their family, which they are, because this used to be one country. They're still hoping for reunification. They're planning for it, and they hope for it soon, because some families have been separated. North Korean and South Koreans from the same family haven't seen each other since 1950. They have some very good binoculars. You can see people in North Korea, but my phone is not quite that good. So there's a light incline Proper hard work walking up here, I'm exhausted. This place here is a natural sight of beauty. Going to the DMZ later. This is pretty cool though. Oh, this has not been a good couple of days for my fear of heights. It's a long drop. Kind of feels shaky, this ridge as well. It's not shaking, but it's my imagination. Just don't look down, keep going, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. Kind of a strange place to have a theme park, don't you think? At a war memorial. I don't know which, guys, this is a wicked tank. Look at that. I'd love to have one of them. M4883. I'm afraid it doesn't tell me much because it's in Korean. That's an awesome tank.
Petrol diesel, right?
This might be the worst purchase I've ever made in my life. Just bought paid for North Korean money that you can't use anywhere apart from North Korea. But never mind, it's a nice souvenir. So I did promise to try some Korean food. I just got a bit of everything. I don't know what any of it is really. I know that's rice, that's fish, soybeans, pork. No idea. There's soup there. I'll try the soup first. Ugh, I don't have to eat it. Oh yeah, the soup's delicious. I don't know how to eat this stuff. I've got a spoon. Give me a spoon and then this. What am I supposed to do with that? I'll try the nasty stuff first, and then I can have the nice stuff after that. Don't know what that is. Let's try it. Oh, that's not the one. It's like cabbage or something. Put some rice. Pork's alright. Oh, they are. Yeah, I'll try and eat as much as I can. I'll show you. It's left over. I did the best I could. I ate the most pork and rice and a few veg. Korea is an amazing country, but the food ain't the one. Not for me anyway, you might love it. Give it a try, why not? That's the end of today's video. See you tomorrow.